Hello, everyone. Hello. I just want to just say that this is my first webinar. So you're going to have to forgive me with the technology as I get adjusted. Let's say, I believe chat is enabled. So if you have something like really important or dire you have to say, you can put it into the chat. Okay. And if you have a pen and paper, please bring a pen and paper close to you because you're going to need it for the activation. So take a moment and go get that, and some water. Make sure you have water too. Okay. And we're just going to wait just a couple minutes and see who else comes on. I know a bunch of people have stuff going on today, so. Very good. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Donna. Awesome. Adrian, I know you just came in. If you can, go get a pen and paper because you're going to need it as part of the activation. So just go grab that. You have a moment. And also water. Have some water nearby. And we're just going to start in a minute. Just going to wait to see if there's a couple more people coming on before we begin. Okay, and just one more minute. Adrian, we trying to say something, hon? I see Don. Or you're done? Maybe that means you're done. Okay. Yes, this is a webinar, Adrian. So this is my very first webinar. So this is where it's just me talking. There's no panelists or other people involved in it. But again, if you need something or if something dire comes up, you can put it in, or if you have a question, you can put it right into the chat. Super. Okay. So we're gonna set our intention here for this very exciting summer solstice activation to apply not just to us here, but to all the people that are going to be participating in this activation in the future. And we're also going to call in the power and the energy and the support of all those of the highest love and light in the purest love that have participated in DNA activation with the summer solstice. Yes. So that really heightens the energy. So just bringing all that in, just your conscious awareness and connection to it brings it all in. Super. All right, so I trust everybody's got their pen and paper and they got their water. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in. And I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. Yay! Summer solstice, new moon, solar eclipse. Very exciting. It's funny, this morning on Facebook, I got a notification on a post I did last year on the same day where I ran the summer solstice event as well. That brought back some beautiful memories in New York. So let's talk about this a bit. So you guys that are on, for the most part, most of you know me, but just in case if you're new and you're watching this later, my name is Daniela Alina Viola, and my mission is to assist the seeker, the awakening heart, in his or her process of coming into wholeness, wholeness of being, of body and being. And as an awakening and ascension guide, I offer a host of, excuse me, a host of services. I offer healing, coaching, and mentoring. I do soul contract work and channeled healings. I work with QFT, which is quantum field technology, which is like a whole nother webinar I'm going to do just on that. I've been feeling the itch to do that pretty soon. And a myriad of various modalities. And really what the point of it is to get to the soul level understanding of why you're here. That's what it's all about. Like, what is your life purpose? Why did you come here? What is the purpose of it? And what are the tools and the skills that you brought with you that are going to help you to achieve these things? So it's really like creating like a blueprint of your life and how you can achieve your most desired goals and dreams. So I guide you on this path of coming into wholeness so that you can fulfill your life's purpose and mission in this incarnation. Because I know for me, I want to complete whatever I got to complete here so I can move on. And especially in this time of ascension and awakening of humanity, really, it's like anything is possible. The energy is ripe and supporting us in any endeavor, so long as it's for the highest and greatest good of the all, you can achieve it. So the tools that I do assist you in that, in coming into that conscious knowing and awareness and then embodying that. So it's my great honor and my great pleasure to guide you guys all in embodying the truth of who you are. So what to expect with this webinar, my first webinar. It's first, we're going to talk about the summer solstice, the new moon, solar eclipse. We're going to just give a little light to that. We're going to talk about DNA. A couple people reached out to me, asked me saying, well, what's this DNA activation, or don't understand it. I'm just going to touch on that a bit. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to inform you on how to use this activation. This activation is meant to be used over and over again. So this is not just a one-shot deal. With the same link that you received for this webinar, you'll also be able to use that for the on-demand access. You can watch it over and over again. And we're going to do a meditation, which is going to bring us into alignment. I think all of you have done it that are on here now, but for those of you in the future, it's the unified chakra meditation, which allows you to bring in the higher levels and the higher vibration of yourself into the physical vessel. So it literally unifies all the chakras, not just the 7 chakras of the body, but the extended chakra system all the way up to your 14th chakra, which is connected to source. Excuse me. Processing somebody's energy. And then we're going to do, we're going to start with the activation. And this is where you're going to use your pen and paper. Okay. And then you're going to engage in your aftercare. And we're going to talk about what your aftercare is after this activation. Okay, so the summer solstice. Now what's beautiful is the summer solstice marks the longest day and the shortest night of the year. It is a time where our sun's radiant power and light is at its absolute peak. That's where we're getting flooded with the most energy and light from the sun. And the sun is actually a solar gateway, which cosmic rays from the universe are coming in through our local stargate, which is the sun. So this is a beautiful time to really open yourself up to receive all the energetic support that's coming through the cosmos. Now, our ancestors from around the globe have all marked and celebrated this day to one extent or another, as it symbolizes the return or the ascension to the Great Father Spirit. So Great Father, they say Great Father Sky, right? Or Great Father Source, and then Great Mother Earth, right? And what I find so amazing is that it's Great Father, the return of the Great Father Spirit is on Father's Day. Just another beautiful synchronicity there. So symbolizing that energy. And the summer solstice contains some of the most powerful bursts of energy, radiating unconditional love through our solar gateway to the planet. Now, back in the day, when I say back in the day, I mean in the spiritual community, say like in the 80s or the 90s, you know, things moved really slow in terms of spiritual development because the energies here are, as they are, still very dense. And the energies coming in through the cosmos to the planet weren't quite making it through our atmosphere. There were various structures that were in place that were literally shielding the planet, keeping the planet separated and protected from those higher frequency energies so we could play out the game of separation, which is the separation from source that we experience when we come into this plane and into this reality on the earth. Well, it's been in the past 10, 15 years mostly that those shielding mechanisms around the planet have dismantled. And I think it was in, I think maybe February, where it's done. There's no more shielding anymore. We are open and raw to all the gifts and all the energies that the universe has to offer us. So that shielding is gone, and now we are receiving. So this is really the first summer solstice with that huge open portal direct to source that is raining in these highly powerful energies that are coming, that are supporting us in raising our frequency. If anybody knows about the Schumann resonance of the planet, the Schumann resonance is literally the heartbeat of the planet. And that Schumann resonance typically is around 7 hertz. But due to these frequencies coming in, this is all science, by the way, it's all proven in science. Due to these frequencies coming in, the Schumann resonance spikes sometimes up to 30 hertz, which is tremendous. And it's because all of this high light, high vibration, and unconditionally loving light that is shining right down on the earth is why all the shadows, right? All the darkness of the earth is coming to light now. I mean, you can't deny it that the world, we thought the world was crazy last year. What the world is today is a totally different place, and it will continue to move in that direction progressively as we unearth and unveil the shadows that have been hidden on this planet in terms of our behaviors, the structures, the way we live, the belief systems, all of that is all coming up and out and flushing out. And this is happening on both a personal level, an individual level, as well as on the collective level, as I think nobody can deny. It's very challenging times, but very exciting times. So the Cancer new moon is also on the 21st. And I love the moon cycles. I follow them. I'm devoted to the moon cycles. The moon cycles are all about, the new moon is all about setting intentions. And whereas the full moon is about harvesting the energies that you gave towards your intention. So the new moon is you're setting your intentions. It's like you have your wish list, you connect, and you send it out into the universe. And the vacuum presented by the new moon, meaning no light, sucks it in. And then it builds over the moon cycle until finally it comes the full moon, where the moon is at its very brightest, and then it's shining all that light down on you. So it's harvest time. It's time to collect on all the efforts and energies that you fed into that intention. Very powerful process. If you're not doing this already, I encourage you to follow the process and to use that for your own manifestation purposes. So the Cancer new moon is about love and nurturing and care, and how beautiful is that, and coinciding with Father's Day, right? And it's the motherly energy with again, here we are with the divine feminine, divine masculine, and finding the balance and the unity in that. It's emotional and it's sensitive, and it's all about the intuition, developing your intuition, right? Developing that connection with your higher mind, your higher self, your higher being, your higher heart, and living through that portal, through that gateway. So it's a good time to get into the heart space and to set some powerful intentions for your and our future. So not just for your future, but for our future. So Solar eclipse. So solar eclipses are all about hitting that reset button. If you think about it, if you experience a full solar eclipse, it's like everything drops for that minute or two where it's in its complete totality of the eclipse. It's like everything just freezes, you know, even the temperature. I don't know if any of you guys have been at like a live solar eclipse event where you go in the track, in the pathway of it, and you experience that. But it's really, really powerful. It's like everything becomes cold, right? Everything just gets dark. Everything gets real still. And it's a complete reset button. So the sun represents our focus, our deepest desires, our goals, our personality, our self-expression. It's our external selves. It's how we interact with the world. It always coincides with the new moon, right? Because of the alignment of it. And it's a great time to put our plans into tangible practice. So you have a plan, there's something that you want to do, nothing better than utilizing the energy of a solar eclipse, where it's like hitting the reset button. You know, you've been fumbling along or struggling along, and now you've got an opportunity to say clear, done, and start fresh and new with this brand new intention. And it provokes more external changes. Often the changes are sudden that come after a solar eclipse. I know for myself, we had that big solar eclipse. What was it? It was in Leo too, which was in my sun sign. It was in August, obviously. Well, not obviously, because I also have August in July. But it was very powerful after that. Like a lot of things in my life shifted. My work shifted. My home life shifted. So they're often sudden. So embrace the changes. And it may lead to different ways of going about doing things, finding a job or achieving a goal, right? So if you have certain things that are blocking you, that you feel are blocked in your life, like you're not able to find the love that you want, you're not able to find the peace that you want, you're not able to find the work that you want, or that even that you have an idea of what the work that you want, but you haven't been able to achieve that yet, right? Anything is possible. And the key is to really embrace the change. So say, for example, even with this pandemic and all these changes, it's like, instead of investing energy in resisting those changes, saying, I wish it was the way it was before, or how come this is happening now, and I don't like this, and this isn't working for me. Instead of doing that, shift the perspective a bit and go more into the space, well, this is here and this is what I have to deal with. Let me embrace it all. And then this way I bring it close to me, and now I know what I have to work with in order to create what I want. So practice embracing the changes and finding a way to make it work for you. And forget about investing energy in resisting it, fighting it, loathing it, or not liking it. So let's put it all together now. So this combination falls on the global axis at 0 degrees of Cancer. Now, when I'm not a professional astrologist, but I did study astrology when I was a teenager and some in my adulthood, and I get it and I'm able to play with it. I'm able to do like natal charts and things like that. But when a sign is at 0 degrees, what that means is it's at its purest vibration. It's in the absolute purity of that divine masculine. Of that divine feminine, of the Cancer, of that emotional state of being. Because when it's at other degrees, like 1 degree, 2 degree, all the way to 30 degrees, or in any one given sign, then you're dealing with the skew of the vibration of that number, say if it's at 11 degrees or 15 degrees. So it's pure and it's extremely supercharged. And this is forging a new pathway. A new pathway is actually opening for us and for the planet and for the entire planet, bringing about big shifts and big changes, which none of us can deny. And it creates a powerful portal to the new world, opening the bridge to the golden age. So let me just touch on the golden age just for a moment, because some people call it the awakening, the great awakening, the golden age. The golden age is the age where you're very much light of heart. It's heart-based living. The golden age is where there's peace and harmony. The golden age is, and I know the Egyptians went through, they had their golden age, the way ancient Egyptians, and then it went into the cycle of descension. But the Egyptians explain it as the light of heart. not the value, but the quality of your life was measured by how light your heart is. So if you think about how light your heart is, it's about forgiving, unconditional love, letting go, releasing attachments, like living in that state of being, in pure appreciation of who you are and what you're experiencing. That is, for me, that is how I see and I resonate with the golden age. So we may use this energy burst through the inevitable collapse of the old human paradigm. And the old human paradigm is one of, as we know, of control, authority, and structures, and systems that do not serve the whole, right? This is where we've been. We've been here for a very long time now, going through these cycles again and again. And as these energies come onto the planet, and as we ascend and meaning rise in frequency and in consciousness and in awareness with the planet, these old systems fall away, because frequency resonates with frequency. You can't have a high frequency and a low frequency in the same space. The lower frequency will resonate and will start to entrain with the higher frequency. It's just universal law if you look at the law of vibration and the law of frequency. So as the frequency rises here, the shadow comes up to be seen, to be felt, to be contended with, and to be released. And it just keeps clearing the path, raising the vibration. And this is the process of the ascension. And as this happens, well, the old density, the old paradigm, the old way of doing things that is not for the highest and the greatest good of the all cannot survive in that frequency. And that's what we're starting to see. We're starting to see the systems, the very beginning of the systems crumbling right before our eyes. And the projection is that this process is going to continue. It will continue for the next 5 years or so of crumbling down, and then it's going to be a process of rebuild. So embody the master creator that you are, because that is exactly what you are. You are a master creator of source. I know that for some people it's really difficult to conceptualize that idea, especially because of all the programming that we've gone through, religious programming, family, cultural, so on and so forth. But the truth of it is that you are a divine spark of source, and source, in other words, is God. So if source, in other words, is God, which it is, that means you are God. You are a master creator in physical form. And it is our role and function to hold that higher light, that higher vibration that's coming in, to hold it within the physical vehicle, maintain it, and ground it into the planet. We are conduits. We are conduits of all that is, and that's what we're here to do. So envision the future. What do you want? I mean, really anything. What do you want at this point? And it's about not just envisioning it, but living it to the very best of your ability, making choices that align with it, and working through the emotions and feelings that come up, because those are coming up so they can be, like the shadow, contended with, seen, felt, heard, expressed, so that they could be released, so that you can keep raising your vibration and raising your frequency into the ascension. So let's talk now a little bit about the DNA activation. So I'm just going to read this for you because I'm not a scientist, but I have an innate knowing of the connection between spirituality and science. And DNA is one of those things that is elusive for many, and science is starting to catch up a bit with the truth of DNA. I know that we typically believe that we only have 2 strands of DNA, and they call the other stuff junk DNA. It's literally dismantled strands of DNA. So your DNA, I'm not even going to even try to pronounce what that technical word is there, but deoxyribonucleic acid, it holds the essential blueprint for all biological life. So let's just hold on there for a second. Holds the essential blueprint for all biological life, meaning that your DNA holds the blueprint of your entire beingness. And when I say your entire beingness, I don't mean just the blueprint of the structure of your physical body, I mean all of your energy bodies, your etheric bodies, any life you've ever lived, any existence you've ever had, all the way back to source, all the way back to the beginning of creation for you, is all held in your DNA. And technically, it consists of sugar-based phosphates and a sequencing of nucleotides. And your DNA contains the encoded information relative, like I said, to both your physical and spiritual lineage. And it determines your physical form, your spiritual gifts, and pretty much everything else that there has to do about you is within your DNA. So the DNA is very unique. It is very personal. Your DNA is as unique to you as your fingerprints are to you, as your soul signature is to you, as your soul contract is to you. There's no two on the planet, pushing almost 8 billion people, that have the same exact frequency, soul contract, fingerprint, or DNA. So our present physical DNA, as I said, contains 2 strands, and there are shadow strands, they call them, held in your etheric body. So in essence, that's the dismantled DNA. So as above, so below, as within, so without. So as within your body, you have dismantled DNA, these 10 strands, so you have it in your etheric body. So the DNA can be activated to 12 strands or more, allowing you to come into your wholeness of your original divine blueprint. So the DNA can be activated, right? So nothing is set in stone in this sense. And that's where DNA activation comes in. And we're going to go through that process. And what it is it's connecting with the various aspects of yourself that are not yet connected, and connecting them so that you can bring forth aspects of yourself and your being that you're not consciously aware of. So I just wanted to put this in here, and it just kind of confirms what I was saying before about that you are a conduit. So you are a conduit of light. And for any of you guys who know me, you know I love Eckhart Tolle, I really do. I love his Power of Now and the New Earth books. So his quote is, "You are the universe expressing itself as a human for a little while," which is so true. You really are. You are the universe. You are God. You are source, just expressing itself in its own unique way through your consciousness stream, right? And all of that is comprised within your DNA, your unique lineage, the choices that you made in the various lives that you've lived over eons of time comprise who you are as a soul. And you are a soul right now who is within a physical body here on earth, expressing itself and having an experience as a human being. It's really, really beautiful when you really meditate on that. So embody your next evolution. So utilizing the power of the cosmos in its grand alignment, we will, in this session here, call upon our multidimensional selves to assist and to support us in releasing blockages within the 0 point heart portal. So when I say the 0 point heart portal, what I mean by that is your heart, quite literally, which is the first organ to develop in a human fetus, by the way. Your heart is your direct portal gateway to source. You know, I remember for myself, I would always think, how can the heart just beat on its own? There's no battery, there's no electricity, there's nothing plugged in. Like, how does it do that? Well, how it does that is because it is a never-ending, infinite source of energy that's within the heart, because the heart is directly connected to source. So if it's connected to source, that means it's the direct portal gateway to your higher self, to your I am presence, to your oversoul, to your Christed oversoul, straight to source. So we're going to be calling in the light. We will integrate all that is available to us in attaining our highest and greatest level of being. And we will activate our DNA to its next evolution, allowing for more of our soul essence to integrate within the physical body, unlocking aspects of our being not yet utilized. So one thing came up as I was speaking there. I just want to make sure that I make it clear, because part of the activation, we're going to be calling in the Christed light. Now, I know for myself, when I first heard the term, you know, Christed light, Christed self, right away I went to my religious programming, and I was like rejecting that idea or even that terminology. I was like, nah, that doesn't feel good to me. So just understand, when they say the Christed light, or when they talk about Christ consciousness, what they're talking about is the Christ consciousness is the unity consciousness, meaning the resonance and the understanding and the embodiment that we are all one, right? That we are not separate. We're not separate from source. We're not even separate to each other. We're not separate to anything. We are all interconnected, interdependent, and we are all one organism at the end of the day. As you raise in frequency and you embody more of yourself, you realize that you are embodying your higher self. You are embodying your guides. You are embodying your galactic family, your star family, your spirit family, your soul family. You are embodying your Christed self, which is when you're at that level of consciousness of complete unity with all things, meaning accepting things unconditionally, unconditionally loving of yourself, unconditionally loving of others, and accepting others as yourself. That's Christ consciousness. So I just want to make that clear, because as we go through the activation, I'm going to be using terminology like that. Okay, so let's see here. Very good. Okay, so let's talk about how to use this activation. So first of all, be sensitive with your body. Be present and aware of any shifts. Okay, with these activations, you may feel tingles, or you may feel a breeze, or you may feel itch. You may see things, you may hear things. I've had people have, nosebleeds as a result of energetics, which is a spiritual, that's significant as a spiritual awakening. You could feel all sorts of different things. Just be with it and breathe through it. If anything starts to feel overwhelming, which doesn't happen often, but it can, just breathe through it. And if something is too intense for you, you could just ask for the volume to be turned down. And that's literally how it comes to me, as like a volume knob. So if something starts to feel a little too intense, I just see myself taking the knob and taking it from 10 down to 7 or down to 5 or what have you. Okay, but be present with yourself through the process. Journaling. Express your experiences, and I'm talking about after this, and I'm also talking about utilizing this over and over again. You want to journal, you want to express your experiences, you want to express your shifts, you want to document them, any challenges that you're coming by, triggers that are popping up, and any aha moments of clarity. Because what happens many times with these activations is we clear something out, we bring in a rush of higher light, and now you're dealing at a higher vibrational frequency, and everything around you has to entrain with that and shift to align with you in it. So it's good to just write these things down, because you channel through the energy and you ground it into the physical, which allows more to come in, because this is very much about grounding. You need to ground yourself in order to fully embody the activation. So keep your fields clear and grounded. So how do you do that? Well, that's a lot, but I'm just going to tell you, self-talk is so important. Be really aware about what you're saying to yourself during the day. And if you're saying things to yourself that isn't like really like loving or caring or supportive, just be aware of that and make adjustments. And if you're saying things to yourself that aren't good for you, you can just put white light around it, surround it like as if it's a blurb of word or an energy, and put white light around it and poof it out, say clear or stop, and then fill the space with something that does help you to resonate at a higher vibration. Whether it's if you're saying to yourself, I'm so stupid, I can't believe I did that, you want to be like, oh no, clear, I'm intelligent, or I'm smart, or I'm on point, or whatever you want to put in its place. And laugh and have fun. The more that you laugh is the more you open up, which is more the energies can come in and integrate. Now this activation is meant to be used as an upgrade tool. So it'll help you to upgrade yourself in terms of your ascension, your awakening. It's awesome to use as a manifestation tool, as a tool of growth, as a tool of releasing. You can use it anytime that you feel challenged, you feel really heavy and dense, some challenge, some difficulty is happening, or maybe there's something in your head that's really twisting you up and you can't seem to get past it. If something's knocking you off of your center, this is an awesome recording to come to go through this process, to assist you with releasing whatever it is. It's ready to be released. Whatever you're being challenged with, you're ready to release, and then integrating higher light. So take care of yourself. Now this is in part what we call a psychic surgery procedure, okay? Because we're literally going to take something and we're going to release and remove it, something that doesn't serve you anymore. And in that process of psychic surgery, I mean, if you think about when you go for physical surgery, you know, you don't just come home and like go on with your regular life. You take it easy. You know, you might put your feet up, relax, watch TV. You know, you might do something, you know, really relaxing for you so you can rejuvenate. This is the same process. Psychic surgery is just as potent, sometimes if not more potent, because you're dealing with the ethers, and you're dealing with sometimes some deep-seated rooted stuff there that's been there a long time. When you remove it, you need time to really integrate. So hydrate yourself. If you can, eat organic, raw, non-GMO foods. Be loving and compassionate with yourself, all right? And that goes back to self-talk as well. Rest, get bored, do nothing, right? One of my greatest awakening moments was hearing a voice telling me to do nothing and to get bored. And wow, were they right? So much happens when you're just still and bored, you know, because you're just open. Exercise with intent, even if it's just taking a brisk walk around the neighborhood, do it with intent to get the energy moving, to flush out any residuals that might be there. And limit any kind of media if you can. The media is not our friend. I mean, it's there, it's got a purpose, absolutely. Get in, get what you need, and get out. Don't linger there too long, don't watch too long, don't get sucked into the drama. And one thing I didn't put on here that's also very helpful with activation work is salt baths. And I don't mean Epsom salt, and I don't mean, you know, table salt. I mean, if you can get yourself on some good quality sea salt, right, or Himalayan salt, or yeah, some sort of sea salt really is the best. Take a nice bath with it, light yourself a candle, and treat yourself well. Talking about hydration, I'm going to hydrate myself right now. Okay. So before we get into it, just a couple of housekeeping things. You can join my Facebook group. It's Your Source Collective. I have on there daily inspiration and support. I have free or by donation workshops on there, meditations, activations, and clearings. I do offer private coaching, mentoring, awakening, healing, and integration services. And these are my links here. And I am on Instagram, and that's, you know, I got a unique name, so it wouldn't be difficult once you put in there to find me. Okay. So one last thing, I just want to make this offer to you all in honor of the DNA, excuse me, heart activation, the 144 strand DNA activation. So when they say 144, because you say, wait a second, you said it was only 12. Yes, there's 12, but then there's 12 layers within the 12, or 12 dimensions within the 12. So 12 times 12 is 144. So the 144 strand DNA activation is a pure love vibration. It's channeled from source energy, and it's brought to the earth at this time of ascension as a DNA activation tool for the new divine human template. So this transformative tool is a vital step in the human ascension process. And I just wanted to bring this up, and I wanted to honor it. You can go on YouTube. I know some people have some music on there. You can check that out. But I just wanted to bring, you know, my team had said just to call in the awareness of the 144. Perhaps just the awareness of that will activate something within you. So I'm offering, in honor of that, a soul contract reading, an energy body healing, clearing and restructuring, your choice, either one, for $144. Typically they go up to about $180, and this offer is good through June 30th. So if you're interested, just reach out to me, message me, and tell me, you're interested in even talking about just to learn more, no obligation. You could just say you're interested in learning more. Just know that the soul contract reading is a 90-minute reading. It is fully recorded for you. And it is also meant to be used as an ascension and awakening tool. It's really a ladder to your conscious awakening. And it answers any question you ever had about your life. It really does. If there's any questions you have about why this happened or how this could happen or anything, it's all within your soul contract. It provides a clear blueprint of your life's purpose and how you may attain your greatest hopes and dreams. So knowing exactly what your lessons, talents, and skills are, and the goal and the purpose of this incarnation is all found within the soul contract reading. All right. Okay. So let's stop the share. Here we are. So I just wanted to say that we're going to do this activation now. Get comfortable if you want to lie down or sit in your seat. However you want to do it, that you're most comfortable, where you could feel that you release yourself the most. So I'll give you a moment to do that. And when we're done with the activation, I'm just going to say goodbye and let you integrate that and rest in that. And if you have any questions or anything at all, just reach out to me afterwards and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But the idea is to not rush yourself into coming back into full consciousness afterwards, okay? You want to be aware and conscious, but it's literally going into like an altered state. We don't want to rush you out of that altered state too soon, okay? All right. So we're going to start with the unified chakra. And just get comfortable. And just set your intention to receive all that is available to you, all that is 100% aligned with your truth, with your wisdom, and with your path. Take a nice deep breath. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, opening my heart into a beautiful ball of light, a sun, a star, allowing myself to expand. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my throat chakra and my solar plexus chakra in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body, allowing my body to open. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my brow chakra and my navel chakra in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body, allowing my body to open even further. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my crown chakra and my base chakra in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my alpha chakra 8 inches above my head and my omega chakra 8 inches below my spine in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow the waves of Metatron to move between these 2 points. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 8th chakra above my head and my upper thighs in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow my emotional body to merge with my physical body. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 9th chakra and my lower thighs in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow my mental body to merge with my physical body. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 10th chakra above my head and to my knees in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow my spiritual body to merge with my physical body, creating the unified field of light. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 11th chakra and my upper calves in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow the oversoul to merge with the unified field. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 12th chakra and my lower calves in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow the Christ oversoul to merge with the unified field. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 13th chakra and my feet in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow the I am oversoul to merge with the unified field. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart, allowing the light to expand, encompassing my 14th chakra and to below my feet in one unified field of light within, through, and around my body. I allow the Source's presence, the Holy Shekinah, to move throughout the unified field. I am a unity of light. I breathe in light through the center of my heart. I ask that the highest level of who I am radiate forth from the center of my heart, filling this unified field completely. I radiate forth throughout this day. I am a unity of spirit. I now invite you to imagine a thick line of light beginning at the Omega chakra, which is 8 inches below the spine, extending upwards through the spine and on upwards into the upper part of your fields. So say like a foot or two above your head. And just ground into the vastness of your spirit. And you're grounding up into your spirit from that one single point at the Omega chakra. And extend lines of light upwards through the spine into the upper part of your fields. And allow your spirit to stabilize you. And I now invite you to run 12 lines of light downward from that Omega chakra, opening around your feet like a cone. And it's not that you're grounding into the earth, you're just kind of grounding yourself like a cone. Those lines of light creating a circle around your feet of 12 points. And you're now stabilizing yourself across the parallel realities. Very good. So we're now going to begin with the light activation of the DNA. So just stay where you are, eyes closed, nice and comfortable. You're now grounded and opened and connected. So keeping your eyes closed, allowing your body to relax. Breathing in and out and letting go. Relaxing the head and the neck. Relaxing the arms, the spine, and the hands. Just breathe in and let go. And relax the diaphragm, the chest, the abdomen. And relax the legs and the feet. Allow your heart chakra to open as you relax. Set your intent to receive this light activation of DNA. So your DNA opens up to as many strands of DNA as appropriate, up to a total of 12 strands. And that all changes are integrated with ease and with grace. Now take your intention to your pineal gland, right in the center of your head. Allow your attention to focus on the master cell in your pineal gland. See or sense the DNA in this cell, a coiled substance that holds the codes that keep you as you are. Now open up to the light language codes coming in from your healing team and from your DNA surgeons. Open up and receive. You may see codes. You may hear them. You may simply just know them or feel them. Breathe, and you allow yourself to open to grace. See or sense your DNA activating to the required level. As this happens, your divinity is activating in your every cell. Your multidimensional access is opening up. Your gifts and creativity, your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, your ability to heal yourself and to express your divinity can be accessed more easily now. Allow the activation to spread from the master cell in the pineal gland to every cell in your body. allow for a wave of relaxation and energization. You may experience heat or cold, tingling sensations, or you may see colors and lights. Feel the Kundalini energy in your sacral area become activated and move up your spine, awakening consciousness and freeing up blockages. Take a nice deep breath. Your DNA has now been activated. You can now step into more of your divine human expression. Allow this truth to radiate from you and to touch all those you have ever met or known at any time or place. To travel up your ancestral lineage and down into your descendants in a sharing of grace. Excuse me. Give thanks for this activation as you open up to all that you are. Let us now command a divine decree. Healing team, open my heart to reveal, remove, and release the barriers and resistances to love, to loving myself, and to loving the world. So here we engage in unlocking the blockage through the activation of the 0-point portal of the heart. The heart asks you to look at yourself. It correlates with the dimension that is the mirror. It is the bridge between our lower levels and our upper levels, the levels of the higher consciousness, the higher, more refined experiences of life, such as our psychic skills, higher mind perceptions, and our ability to engage and maintain ourselves as clear and open channels of our higher self and source. Living life as our multidimensional selves in that reality which is just beyond the veil. We all have a tendency to get stuck in our lower chakras, the chakras that hold our physical experience, being the root, the sacral, and solar plexus. And this is in part because the heart wants to saturate us with spiritual energy of unconditional love, bridging us into those higher levels of consciousness, of being and awareness. But it can't do that until we clear away that which we have been hiding from ourselves. We need to come into our wholeness of being in order to raise ourselves to a high enough vibration that while still in the physical body, we can maintain the connection. So I invite you to imagine a little elevator in your mind. I invite you to walk into that elevator. See yourself walking in and the door closing. Now see and sense yourself going down, down, down in the elevator. We are taking the elevator down into your heart. And the elevator now stops. And you hear the doors slowly opening. And the door is now open. And you are being flooded with the most beautiful light. Step now out of the elevator and into your heart space. Feel into the heart space now and get comfortable here. The heart space is all about feeling. So we are going to ask some questions here, and you will be writing them down once they come in. And allow yourself to capture the very first answer that comes in. That is the answer coming directly from your higher self. It may come in as words, as feelings or images, whatever it is. Allow yourself to receive the very first impression. So now I'm going to ask you the first question. Ask your heart. Heart, what do you truly want? Talk to me. Tell me, what do you need or want? The first impression is the one. And just take a moment and jot that down. And if you can, just let me know when you're finished writing it down. You could just put it in the chat box. And with this, we want to go with the first one. So we're not going to be able to do all of it. I know there's a lot. There's a lot our hearts want, but we're just going to peel it back in layers. So remember, you have the recording to be able to peel it back one at a time. So let's just focus in on the very first one that came in. All right, and you don't want to overload it because it's going to be too much. We want to do it layer by layer. So if anybody is not done, please let me know, because we're going to move on to our next question. Okay, so I'm going to take that we're done with that question. Thank you. Okay. Now, for the second question, Dear heart, what do we need to let go of in order to receive what we want? What are we holding on to? It needs to let go. So this could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, it could be a limiting belief, a pattern or a thought. Excuse me. What needs to shift in order to attain what it is that we want? What do I need to let go of to make room for this to come in? What is blocking me? What is stopping me? What is making it so difficult? Thank you, Adrian. So jot that down. And Dennis, just let me know when you're done. Dennis, you got no response. No response on the question. What do you need to let go of in order to receive what you want? Let me see. Okay, so Dennis, what you can do is you can ask to be shown what it is that you need to let go of. And it doesn't have to be right now, but ask to be shown. And then when you do see it, when you do sense that maybe that might be it, ask for confirmation. Okay? So you know what it is that you want. You can ask for the time being what you can do to make it more attainable. How about asking that question and see what comes in? What can you do to make it more attainable? Let me know if that helps. Okay. Okay. Just set the intention to receive. Thank you. Okay. So now I invite you all again to lay down or sit back and close your eyes. Okay. And we are going to command and decree once again. Healing team, I ask for grace to help me let go of all tirades, of grievances I hold against others, and everything that chains me to the need to suffer. I ask that my heart is freed and that my life is lighter. Thank you. And take a moment and breathe. And allow for the supportive energies of your team to surround you. Receive their transmission of unconditional love, support, and guidance. Now I want you to imagine that you have let go of what you needed to. I want you to imagine that you've let go in order to make room for your desire. So whatever that is, even if you don't know what that is, just imagine that it's gone, whatever it is. Imagine that you have successfully let go and are now living that new upgraded reality. Resonate with that. How does that feel? Really allow yourself to feel it and resonate. What emotions come up? What visions do you see? What feelings do you have? Are you smiling? Now let that feeling expand and enjoy the feeling of it. How do you feel? Now you can take a moment and make a note and write down that feeling space. Really anchor that into your reality by writing it down. What that really feels like. It's all about that feeling space. What's your upgraded reality like now? What are you experiencing? And again, whenever you're done, just let me know that you're done. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, very good. So go back to closing your eyes, because this is an internal process, and relaxing, get comfortable. So now we're going to harness the power of the cosmos and our multidimensional selves to support our release and integrate our upgraded reality. So now I invite you to take what you are looking to let go of and place it into your heart. Because what we're going to do is we're going to bind this to source to be dissolved and transmuted. We're going to send what it is that you're looking to let go of straight through our local Stargate portal. Right from your heart, we're going to send it right to the sun, right? Our beloved Solaris, the Stargate portal to source. And now in this process, I'm going to have you repeat after me, okay? I'm going to say it slowly, and I want you on your end to just repeat the words. And when prompted, you will name what it is that you are binding, okay? And then I'll also prompt you to say your name in a certain spot, okay? All right. So here we go. In the name of the divine human that I am, I bind, and now add in what it is that you're looking to bind. And if you don't know, just say it. Up, out, and away from this body consciousness, all levels, all layers, all dimensions of me now. I bind you to the sun to make a full transition back to source, never to return. Take a nice breath here. I bind the cause, core, record, effect, and all memory of it now. I command this for the highest good of all concerned and the highest good of, and put your name in here. So it would be, for me, it's good of Daniela Alina Viola. Be gone. I ordain and decree this under all graces and forces of pure source, light, intelligence. So be it, and so it is. And just feel it lift through the heart and then up through the high heart, right to the sun. And breathe. And once you feel it has left, and once you've seen or experienced or felt that it's received by source, I want you now to breathe in golden, crystalline, platinum, diamond, Christed light. Breathe it in. Imagine that it's just, you're just surrounded by that light, crystalline, platinum, diamond, golden light, and just breathing it in, filling your body and breathing it out again. Just keep breathing and filling yourself with that light. Beautiful. And just know that this process that we just did, you have the recording of it. You can use this at any time to bind really pretty much anything. You can use it to bind uncomplimentary thought forms or emotions or energies or programs or really pretty much anything. If you're challenged, you can use that process and it will assist you in the release. Very good. Okay, so if you want, drink some water. Okay. So now we're ready to engage with our next level of activation. So again, sit back, close your eyes, set your intention to receive. And this is where we're going to activate the solar heart light. This is where we're going to activate the heart and your heart resonance and ability to hold more light. Okay. So take a breath, close your eyes. And we're going to align with the heart coherence and a divine DNA activation. And here we invoke the violet flame. Command and decree, healing team in Saint Germain, I invoke the violet flame to burn and transmute multidimensionally in all time frames, to infinity and beyond, in the Akashic records, any negative thought patterns, beliefs, conditions, attachments, or alliances that I have made that no longer serve me. I commit to my return home to wholeness. Thank you. And just feel the gratitude resonating in your cells, in your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So in the name of the divine human creator incarnate that I am, I welcome in and forth my higher self, Christ itself, Almighty I Am Presence, angelic levels, master levels, galactic levels, and all of my divine aspects across all parallel realities, seen and unseen. Unify in this now moment. Put your focus here. Let us clear and transform my physical experience to reflect my divine infinite self, the pure essence of Source I am. I call forth my Sacred Heart Center to be fully activated in alignment with my highest expression of Source, to the highest level complementary to my journey in this now moment. Higher levels, show me the way and guide me as I enter into the purification of my heart and the raising of my divine DNA. I choose to walk the path of light in my mastery. Guide me, my dear masters, and guidance realms of pure love and ascension. I choose the highest activity of gratitude, peacemaking, creativity, humility, divine love, and divine neutrality in each moment. May every choice I make this day be aligned with the highest good for all concerned. I open to the power of my heart, love, divine will, and divine love, light and service in each and every moment. I call forth the diamond shining rays of the Christ to reveal and amplify my true heart, which is my divine immortal connection to Source, heart center. Light up, heart fields, spin, expand, and amplify this diamond solar light. Shine this sacred fire love forth into all of my activities, all timelines and choices this day. Higher self, present to me divine synchronicities and opportunities on my path to learn, open my heart, practice coherence, and be in service to all. Divine DNA, activate and rebundle into sacred geometric proportions. Receive and anchor pure divine light and ascension codes in every cell. Almighty I Am Presence, restore the patterns of perfection in my body with ease and with grace. I ordain this under all graces and forces of the infinite pure creator source. I call this forth to the highest level allowed by cosmic law in divine alignment with the divine plan and blueprint for my pure and true organic ascension. And breathe. I love you, I bless you, I thank you. So be it, and so it is. So just refocus on your heart center here and take a moment to feel into the heart. And note how your heart and energy fields feel in this now moment. And that is the activation. If anybody wants to share what that felt like for them, I invite you to. If not, that's fine too. And I encourage you to be kind and gentle with yourself today, because we brought in some pretty big light there. I know for myself, and my shoulders get very tingly, almost like to the point that they feel like they're burning. And then my heart swells up and my clothes feel tight. That's what happens to me. But everybody's experience is different. So, but for those who are watching later, I'd love to hear how this helped you or affected you, or what your experience of it was. And I wish you all a beautiful, blessed day filled with love and light. And I hope that you get to use this activation over and over again, because it's really like just peeling away the layers and the levels. There's so many layers there. So sending you all love and light. And thank you for being here with me. Oh, Donna's saying that her hands and feet are feeling tingly. Yes, beautiful. It's beautiful energy. Beautiful energy moving through. Definitely drink a lot of water, okay? On a lot of water today. And just treat yourself with some real loving kindness. Okay? Much love to you all. Be well. See you soon. Bye-bye.